like Christopher Columbus and how the age.
Yeah, so events over history can be put out on a timeline. Do we put them any way we want, or do they have to be put a special way?
Special way.
What's the special way?
Basically, it's on the line. Basically, it's on the line, and it goes like, and every year.
Excellent. Jada, can you say what you just said again?
It's sequential.
It is sequential. It is done in order by which it happens. So I should be up front, okay? Today, table 4, eyes are up here. Thank you. Table 3, gentlemen, we're good? Yes. Okay. Today we're going to make timelines. So I'm going to show you first, ladies at table 1, I'm going to show you first what I'm going to have you do, and then you're going to have an opportunity to do it on your own, okay? So you are going to make a timeline of your life from now, from how old you are as a 6th grader at LMC, into the future, Jada. Because I'm a little bit older than you guys, I'm going to start mine a little bit later, okay? So I'm going to start mine when I was a 9th grader in high school, okay? So the first event on my timeline is 9th grade. I was a freshman in high school. How many years later, if I graduated as to be expected in the normal period of time, how many years later did I graduate? 4. So I was 15. I was 15 when I started high school. How old was I when I graduated? 18 or 19. Good. So I graduate high school. I'm 18. And then I applied and went to college. Okay, so I started college. I went to college in Pennsylvania. And I was 18 years old. While I was in college, I studied something called sociology, which is the study of people. And during my time in college, I was given the opportunity to fly to South Africa and live there for 6 months. So, when I was 21, I lived in South Africa. I'm just going to abbreviate it to SA. Okay? While I was in South Africa, table 4, I had the opportunity to do some research on education in the schools in South Africa. And then I came back to college, and I graduated from college when I was 22. Okay? After I graduated college, I moved from Pennsylvania to New York City, and I started graduate school to become a teacher. So I started graduate school, table 1. At 22, I started graduate school. My graduate school program was 2 years, so how old was I when I graduated? 24, thank you. So at 24, I finished graduate school. Okay? And then I spent 2 more years teaching middle school students in Harlem. That's where I taught. So I taught until I was 26 years old. I taught in Harlem. And then I decided that I wanted a little bit of a break from being a regular classroom teacher, and I got a job at the health center, which is where I am now. So I started that job. No, is that how old I am now, or is that when I started my job? That's when I started my job. Okay, we're listening. So this is a timeline. Could I keep going on my timeline? Yeah, I could make predictions about what's going to happen in the future. So, let's make a couple predictions. What's one thing that might happen in the next couple of years, Tatiana?
You can become a high school teacher.
I could become a high school teacher. So maybe I leave the health profession, I become a teacher. Okay? How old should I be when that happens?
36.
30? Okay, so 30, one voice, right, ladies and gentlemen? One voice, okay? So at 30, I'm going to teach high school. Can someone else give me something else that might happen in the future? Yeah. Okay, can someone help me out? Go ahead. I may get married. What? How old? on my timeline should I be when I get married?
32.
So let's go with 30. Let's go with 31. Let's go with 32. Okay?
73.
I'm waiting for quiet, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Table 2 is still waiting. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, let's just add one more. Okay, so 32, I get married. Let's add a last one. Go ahead.
You're offered to go to Hawaii.
I'm offered to go to Hawaii to do what?
With your
I like this. I like this
relax.
idea. To relax. I'm going to go on a vacation to Hawaii. Hey, what usually happens? Who said it? I heard it somewhere.
Retire.
A honeymoon. So let's say that I get married at 32. Gentlemen. Okay, so then at 33, I honeymoon in Hawaii. Okay, I could keep going on and on and on and on and on. I want eyes up here and listen very carefully. Table 1. This is an example of a timeline. In your workbook, you have a page 15, that's titled My Timeline. Please listen to the instructions before you work. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to begin your timeline. The first point on your timeline, Tatiana, first point on your timeline is going to be 6th grade LMC. So you're going to start from this year. I would like you to spend the next 10 minutes adding 7 more events on your timeline. So that's 8 total. First one being 6th grade LMC, and then 7 more into the future. Are there questions about the assignment? Go ahead, Tatiana.
Does it have to only be 8?
I need you to have at least 8. If you, in the 10 minutes, you have time to add more, that's fine. Yes.
Can you say that you just finished school?
What do you mean?
Like you just put 6th grade and then you put a couple more and then you finish school.
Sure, you can go past school, you can go into your career, into building a family, whatever you want to do in the future.
Wait, how many years are you in high school usually? 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have 10 minutes to do the assignment. Joe and I are going to be coming around the room to help you, okay? Yes. Okay, how old are you? So let's back to 6th grade. There's 7th grade. How old are you? 20 years later. And then how old are you? Table 1, there's an awful lot of laughter happening. Thank you, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I should be up here. Table 4. Let me ask you a question. Do things always go exactly as planned?
No.
No. Thank you, Trelly. So sometimes we have these things that happen, Ethan, in our lives that are called obstacles or detours. And that happens when something gets in the way that prevents things from happening exactly as we intended them to happen. I should be forward, please. So up here on my timeline, I'm going to write in 2 detours, okay? Now, detours or changes in a timeline can be good or they can be bad, okay? So there are positive things that can happen in our lives, ladies and gentlemen, that would change how things would continue on. So maybe instead of leaving teaching at 26, at 27, I'm promoted to vice principal. To vice principal at the school where I'm teaching, Ethan.
Nice job.
Right? Right? Good job. Thank you. So that, eyes up here, please. Jada. The hat is a 27 gentlemen at table 2. Maybe I wouldn't at 27 start at Charles B. Wang, and instead I would go on to working on the school board, right? So by 29, I work at the NYC school board. Is that a bad thing?
No.
Is that what I thought was going to happen? No. So what was that called? Can someone raise their hand and remind me? What did I just tell you that was called? A detour. So I want you to know that though we're spending a little bit of time, ladies and gentlemen, planning out how we'd like to see our lives happen, it is possible that detours will occur as we make choices and meet new people and have new experiences that would change the way our lives will proceed. So I want you to take the next 3 minutes to add 1 or 2 detours to your timeline, okay? We're